Welcome guys to another little video on our little character controller. Now if you didn't watch the other video that I had of what I've been working on, it's kind of important that you kind of see it in a way, because it will explain why we're going to do this. Now this video is going to specifically work on this character controller right here. And this character controller only has a weapon transform, which got a camera, and this capsule thing. Basically, this thing has literally nothing. We'll drag it into the scene, and it literally has nothing on it. It's got a capsule collider, a mesh render. It's basically Unity's version of just a character controller with no scripts attached. I mean, this has got a character controller thing on it, but it doesn't have any mono-behavior scripts on it. We go under, we got a weapon transform that's got a camera component on it. Nothing too much you could do with that and things, but the whole point of this video is to make sure that you guys realize that you don't have to attach all these crazy scripts on like our other one. Okay, this has a soldier, inputs, mouse look, character controller, health, all this crap. Okay, you don't have to have all this in here. And because of this component based thing right here, we have a slight tiny problem. We actually have to fabricate all this stuff before we go into the game. We can't generalize this. This isn't very generic. It's pretty specific to the soldier. Okay, so if we wanted to use the prefab that gets instantiated for something else, we had to bring up logic for changing that prefab over. We'll go over to our event system, and we'll have to sit here and drag another prefab in here of some sort. Like soldier. Hey, we need the soldier. Well, I want this base prefab right here that has pretty much nothing on it. And I want to procedurally put everything on it that I need in order for it to run in the game. And in order to do that, I'll have to write some code that abstracts, which I've already done so. And this is what it looks like. Moving around, you know, got mouse look, got inputs. I could jump real high because the values are too high, but I can move around and do stuff. Okay, he's instantiated, he's got no components on him. Look, he's still the same thing right there. Okay, now you're probably like, where's my logic then? Okay, well, my logic is mostly in a pure C class. Okay, and what we should probably go over what that actually means. Okay, a pure C class is just basically a non-monobehaviour that's just C# in its entirety. Okay, a lot of people don't work in it sometimes, and some do, but a lot of it is this kind of stuff right here. I'll go into my soldier 2 and see how I got no monobehaviours. No monobehaviour. None whatsoever right here. Main player soldier. Okay. Which I know it says soldier 2 up here and stuff. It's because I named the file this, but it only really cares about this. Okay, so I'll still have transforms. I still got my inputs, which is different. Okay, I rewrote it. I got a reference to my character controller, my C# little mouse looky. Okay, and it's basically the same. This is a little different than what it was before. Okay, now you're probably wondering how I got this, what looks to be a vector 3, but it's a state with values in it. Very, very simple. all you have to do is, where is my state thing? Let's sneak a peek. Okay, state is a C class, okay, not a mono behavior or none. And we got these floats here, and that's what we're setting. But we need a constructor like this because we're basically telling C# how to handle something. So then in turn I do these values as overloads, and then tell this, hey, put this value here, okay? Now I put these little markings right here to know that I'm not supposed to modify these here. I modify these to these, okay? Kind of a little differentiate, okay? And that's how you get where you can do that. If you don't put those constructors like that, then it'll give you an error. And if you don't put this empty one right here, then it will also give you an error. It'll go, oh, you need a default constructor, blah, 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 and that's how that works. System.serializable pretty much is useless, so let's get rid of that. There's a lot of useless little things like that that are in here because we're not using the inspector, okay? We're using what we call, well, we can use the inspector, but we have to put the variables in and other stuff someplace else. We can actually probably make this like a procedural like instantiation of a scriptable object if we wanted to, like this. And then you go up here and you go scriptable object, okay? And what you do is runtime instantiate this, okay, and stick it in a variable that's like something of this nature. Player, main player, soldier 1 equals new, and okay. And then this will be permanently whatever this is right here. It'll kind of be a singleton like thing, so you'll have to kind of bounce around the idea that you need to make sure you access this variable of soldier 1 instead of like all of them, because it's like anything else. You don't want to go find objects of type character controllers and list all the character controllers in the game and then go, hey, guess what? I want you to go forward. Then you'll make all the character controllers in the game go forward, which, you know, isn't the desired effect, possibly, but hey, maybe it is for you. I don't know. But you have to be careful on how you use something like that. Mine isn't a scriptable object because I'm a fan of them, but not, if that makes sense. Now, we need different kinds of inputs. Ours used to be mono behaviors. We needed something a little bit more flexible, which is just got our interface. This right here can work at other places. We don't actually have to basically say, hey, this is the soldier one. We could have this like a general jump run horizontal thing, because this interface will just allow people to use these bool, get float, get horizontal in a general manner, because they're part of the interface itself, okay? These bool values. So that works as intended. Well, this does mean that we can take this and tailor one specific character controller thing with all the inputs just for this character. Like the soldier, if he had like, I don't know, 8 different buttons that you could push, then you can make it 8 different buttons. and the other guys might have like 4, right? Well, you could tailor them for any character that you want. You just have to make the regular C# class for it. Now, for the most part, this is not a mono. Okay, this does not get a mono behavior. All right, but we could still, call up input, get button, and things like that, because this script has access to the mono behaviors. Okay, character controller, we always need a reference to it, and that's all it is. You're not constructing, you're just grabbing a reference to that script. The mouse look, the only change that I made to the mouse look is it's not a mono behavior or anything. I cut off all that, and I took smoothing and turned it to true. Okay? Everything else is the same. Except I think these. I needed initial values here. But that's this range thing, this range does nothing. Because nowhere in our game are we going to instantiate this where it's going to be in the inspector, probably. Probably. It might change in the future. But that's how I'm doing it right now. Basic stuff, okay? And I've already explained how this stuff works. And if you do not know what this stuff is and everything, go to my video, soldier run sneak. It's in the channel, run sneak and jump. It's titled something like that. It's not hard to miss, but it is in the channel, and it explains that. This is a set constructor. Controller equals this one, okay, and weapon transform equals camera.main.transform. Because nobody else should have a camera, because that would just be dumb. Okay, so I always did it camera.main. Now, here's the thing about this. The regular characters, the regular C# class does not have an update. You'll see this public update, and this public, you'll have public, stuff like that. This right here gets called from another script, okay? Just like this input gets an update from this one, okay? The reason why this must be called from another script is because we don't have access to the main thread's update in the Unity engine, okay? Because it's not a mono behavior. Unity's engine just goes, no, just instantiate the class and that's it, okay? So we have to go into another script. I put this in here just for temporary. This is a mono, so we get this update. This happens every single frame and stuff. So I took the variable that I stuck in here temporarily, okay? We still instantiate everything, but we do solder.update. I totally misspelled that, that's for sure. And then I went, after it's been instantiated, we tell it to instantiate. We go set, and I get the character controller from the stuff that, I instantiated. I instantiated the prefab. This instantiates the prefab. This gets the component that I need from it and sets it. Okay, same thing down here. If it already exists, okay, from finding objects of type, no, it's from C. C is up here. Wait, really? Oh no, I don't always go. This is temporary code anyway. But you just grabbing it still. Just grabbing it. And once we get that update from the game controller here, then soldier thing just gets updates just like normally. Okay, but you must cast it from the controller to transform.translate direction. If you just put transform, it's not a valid thing because this script is not attached to a transform. It's not attached to anything. It's just loaded up into memory. Okay? And we do our inputs just like before. The only line that changed right here was this one right here to this. Okay? Now, the set state and stuff like that, that's still the same. This changed a little because we had to go from controller.transform because the controller is our character controller, which it is on a transform component. Okay. The damage code, we can't do get component.idamage. I am going to show you guys a different way of doing that, and I'll probably use it in other stuff. Then we use controller.transform to send to the mouse turny stuff. The inputs all the same. Character adjuster, I didn't put it in this script yet just because I wanted to get all this stuff explained first. Okay? Because all it does is lerp the values and stuff like that. I'm going to do something probably different with that. Set state does work, and it's not doing anything different. Your state thing, the only change was this. Okay? The inputs, you know what's here before. Just go to soldier inputs. Okay, and you'll get all that stuff. Mouse C, pretty much the mouse look, but a few little changes. You know, these have initial values, and smoothing is true. Before I had false, or I think nothing in here, but I turned it on. And that's it for the soldier thing. Now, probably in the next video, I'm going to show you guys how to get the soldier weapon management thing working. And it'll probably be a different script. See, that's one of the reasons why I done a script like this. Is because you can do it this way, and then you can do it the other way, and it all exists in the same project. Okay? No different projects and stuff like that. You abstract the information that you need. Okay? And we'll do soldier info and a bunch of other stuff in there as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you guys should have enough to get what's going on here. I mean, I'm just stuffing a variable right there for now. But really, the only thing it needs is an update right here and a set. So we can actually fix this already. As in, what could we do with that? We can go interface, boom, player controller, player controller, and we know we need an update, so we need a update. See? I knew it was going to do that. As soon as I hit the button, it always does that. That freaking telesense stuff gets on my nerves sometimes. And then we also need that set with the character and controller. So I'm going to put a set, and it does that. Set character controller C, and there you go. So I have an interface. And these are all voids. Forgot that. Derp. Gotta have that. And then we'll go in here. Instead of a main soldier thing, we'll have this. Okay? And this script must have what? The interface. Important factor there. Okay. Will it move? Yes. Not to write dots. Okay. It already has those two methods, so that should be fine. And now it's part of the interface, so it knows what to do. Okay. So now we have a way where if we want it in the start method, we can go get a variable of an enum and change this out to whatever we want now. So this game controller is pretty much already done for us. Instead of doing this, we would leave this blank, and in the start, we would do our checks, like a switch on, int, probably, or something, or gameObject, you know. And by default, we would probably go soldier equals new main player soldier, blah, you know, something like that. We would just change this variable to whatever we want, okay? But I'm going to put it on that because it's not something that needs to be messed with right now. And it's a little bit more advanced for some people. So I don't want to hit it too much in like the end of the video because I want to dedicate enough time to make sure people understand what happened there. You know, it's one of those things where, and see, it works just the same. Boom. That's the beauty about interfaces, you know. You can change around stuff. You can use constructors, and you've seen how easy it would probably be to change this to a different script. Okay? All I would have to do to change my player is change this line right here. Okay? And this can come from an XML file, parse it out from a string of, hey, I need this. I need this, or this. I mean, it's not going to be difficult to establish new different types of players. And two, here's the beauty of it. I only have to change this right here. This one simple thing. Instead of, I got to go through my prefab, I got to make a new prefab, and then find some way of storing that prefab in and doing some other stuff. Nope. Don't like it. Never did. Hate that. So, yeah. See? By using interface, I made it more flexible. And if I didn't have this in here, I could actually delete this entire class right here. Okay? And it will not break my project because the interface still exists. It doesn't care about this unless I have a reference to this specific class. So, hopefully, guys, you learned a valuable lesson, and everything like such, but I really hope that you open your eyes to interfaces and sometimes extracting certain things off of game objects that shouldn't probably be there, maybe. Okay? Now, animating the character and stuff like that could probably be, really, really good and things, but we're also going to see a lot of good stuff go on. So, how could I put this? So, let's hit subscribe, and thanks for watching, guys, and peace out, everybody. I hope to hit you with another video pretty soon, maybe in a couple days, or maybe just in a couple hours. You never know with me. It's just sometimes when I get the time. Life, man. Life. But peace out, guys, and take care and get coding.